This is something that's going to change the way things are done in the world of apps. So first let's get this legal disclaimer out of the way. Nothing contained here should be taken as a guarantee of income or a promise of any kind. There are no income claims and any resemblance is for mathematical purposes only along with informational and entertainment purposes. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into it. So, what we have here is something that's never been seen before, and of course you will agree. This is something that really couldn't happen again in exactly the way this is going to work. And you have first mover's advantage by joining us now. This is very innovative, totally new, and an absolutely brilliant idea that has never been thought of before and put together by somebody with such an extensive background in the industry that we don't see how anybody else could ever get this done. I think you'll be very excited as you learn what we are about to tell you, so pay close attention. We think this will be a game changer, similar to one of the new social media platforms that took over the world when we weren't looking. This is going to go viral, so you'll want to get in ahead of the wave. There will be ramifications with this that will be far-reaching to our society, and I'm all for something that gives a little bit of power back to you. We think this is going to open a lot of eyes. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, even tens of millions of people will see where something that really was a wrong perpetrated on everybody is going to be corrected and made right. Even in a little bit of a way, we are trying to make things right, and I'm sure you're going to like it. It might have been wrong, but it was completely legal. And you gave them permission to do it to you whether you know it or not. So, they were sort of harvesting us, using us if you will, but we're going to set things right. They have been preying on us, and feeding their bank accounts on us, but we will get back to that in a minute. So, there is a tremendous opportunity here for you, but most people have never seen anything like this before, so it's going to take a little bit of explaining so you understand. I've looked at hundreds of opportunities over the years and have seen thousands of presentations, and this is something I have never seen before, because you have to be open-minded if you're ever going to discover something new, right? So let me tell you a little bit about what this is not. It is not MLM. It is not a brick-and-mortar business, but it can be used to promote both of those things, actually anything, and nothing is wrong with either of those two modalities, but this is not that. You can use this to build or promote any business you're involved with. Either your main program, or use it as a promotion and/or incentive or rewards program. This is not sales, and get this, it doesn't have a product or service that you would need to push onto your friends or family for them to buy. Actually, there is nothing to sell. And there is nothing to buy. In fact, we're going to do just the opposite. We are going to put you on the receiving end this time. How does that sound? You're going to get a chance to be on the receiving end of the money, from doing what you are already doing. You are going to do this anyway, you just don't realize that you're giving away your money because of a certain deception that we are going to expose, flip the script and reward you with. Typically in business, you would say to somebody, we're going to give you this product and you'll give us some money, but that's not what we have here. It is really simple, and you do have to do something, but it's not what you think. Another thing that makes this basic construct different is that it's totally free to you and your customers. There is an affiliate opportunity, and that costs less than a fast food meal once per month, but we'll get to that later. But people think there's always a gotcha, or catch when it's free. I mean, that's what I think, don't you? I'm thinking, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Well, let me tell you, there is no other shoe to drop here. You're going to have to think about this real fast to understand it all. But it's simple, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. When you understand how it works by the end of this video, I think you will get very excited by this. It's really cool, and everybody really likes it once they understand what's going on. So I told you what it's not, so exactly what is this thing? Well, it's very unique. I've never seen anything like this done before, and I don't think you'll see it done ever again, at least not exactly in this way. It is dealing with one of the most important commodities in the world currently, and will be the most important thing for years and years to come. And before you say gold, or you say oil, or you say Bitcoin, it's none of those things. If you were to guess those, yes, they were the most important thing at one time, but not anymore. All of those things have been supplanted by this one thing, that is called data. People in the know are calling data the new oil. Now, these days, if you don't have data, you can't even run the oil pumps. I mean, look at that cyber attack ransomware of Colonial Pipeline a few months ago that shut down oil production and delivery so nobody could get gasoline on the entire east coast of the United States. Without data, you can't ship the oil or even sell it at a gas pump, because all the credit card transactions rely on data and everything runs on data. I mean, go to the grocery store, and if they're having a problem with the cash registers with the scanners, you can't buy food because that's all run on data. So data has the high ground now. You can't do anything without it. So, how did we get here? Were we sleeping? Well, not exactly. It's kind of like your lawn, and how grass grows. If you don't pay attention to it and then 10 days later, oh my god, where did all this grass come from? My neighbors are going to hate me and I've got to mow this thing now. So it kind of crept up on us like that. Back in the 1970s, data was hardly in existence. Data in your car in the 1970s was an analog clock or maybe a radio, and that was about it. Maybe the gas gauge and the speedometer, and that was all the data you got. But now you can't even turn the key on your car without data. Your car's engine has sensors and meters and computers all over the place, and it's all based on data, so you can't even drive without data now. When you stop at a traffic light, your car turns itself off to save gas. That's a computer working with data. I could go on and on about the institutions and the banks and the insurance companies and the police department and just about everything, and they all need data, and they need new up-to-date data all the time. The world can't run without it. And the money involved is so vast, they need to know where everything is globally all the time. They can't afford to miss what society is going to do next, so they have to track all of that, and that's all based on data too. These giant hedge funds have to know about data. Big corporations have to know everything. They must have predictive algorithms, so they continually feed the data monster, and guess where the data comes from? Yes, you and me. We the people, we supply the data. So, the most important and valuable data is John Q. Public. Where is he or she going next? What are they doing? Where are they spending their time? What stores are they in? What movie theaters are they going to? What fast food joints are they going to? This is all very important to the big companies. What are his political views? Where does he like to go on vacation? Where does he want to move to? There's all sorts of data being collected all the time. They are like this ravenous monster, like a giant cookie monster eating massive amounts of data, stuffing it in their face. They can't get enough. They are consuming data. Where is more? And they can't make a decision without it. They must have it now, and they must have it continually, or they just can't function. It's like Pac-Man, where every pack dot, also known as pellets, or cookies, or power pellets, is another data packet that they have to continually eat. So, why don't you know anything about it? Well, because you don't live in the world that runs. Well, you do, but you don't need to crunch all that data yourself to decide what you're going to do. You are subject to it, and you are manipulated by it, from all the big corporations on the planet. But you don't need it to make your own decisions, that you think you are making all by yourself. But maybe, just maybe, you've been target marketed to, and you're just not exactly aware of it, but the big corporations are. So this big undercurrent, ocean of data that's sweeping under our feet every day, we are largely unaware of, but we are the producers of it. We are all a part of it, and we are all producing it. You produce it when you go online and search for anything. You produce it when you go to social media and post something. What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for dinner? You post all kinds of things on all the social media sites, and that's producing more data. You like, you don't like, you think it's funny, you think it's an angry face. There are all kinds of bits of data you're producing all day, every day. Every time you touch anything digital, you're producing it, and you cannot opt out of it. Well, actually you can if you take your phone and throw it in the lake. And then rip the computer out of your wall or your laptop and your tablet and throw them in the lake too. And your television, and your car, and go and live out in the woods. But in this society, that's kind of drastic, and you'd have to get rid of all your electronics because all of it produces data. And while you are at it, build yourself a water wheel to produce electricity and get chickens to lay eggs, and start farming because you're going to need food, and you can opt out of it, but it's a lot more work than it's worth. So you can get out of it, but not in this country, not really. You're going to produce it and you're gonna live in it, like it or not. We can't escape it, and it really wouldn't be worth the effort to do it, would it be? Probably not. So they know about you, and they will know everything they want to know about you. There is no escaping that fact. So here's the weird thing about all of this: who you are is really not important to them. Not all the details about you anyway. Your data though is very important to them, but not you. You they don't care about. Your data they care all about. Because if they wanted to know about you, they could go to the big search engines and they could find out about your date of birth, and where you live, and what you do for a living, and they can find all that out in about 2 minutes, so that's not important to them. That's all public record stuff now anyway, and it's all out there, so that's not what they are after. But there are things that they are very interested in, and there are all kinds of data collectors out there. The most innocuous data that they collect all the time about us, and it's not threatening, is our geolocation information data. They are finding out where you go, but it's not even you, it's your phone that they're tracking more so than you. And there's this technology called geofencing, where they can know within a few feet or a few meters of exactly where you are, right down to what aisle you're in at the store. And they can cross-reference that to what's on the shelf in that store, and then know exactly what you're interested in buying, or at least window shopping for, and that data is very important to them. So when you go to the gym, or you go to the food store, or you go to the barber shop, or you go to the salon, or you go to the car wash, or you go to the bowling alley, or you go to the campground, or you go to the other store, or you go through the drive-in at the fast food place, you are creating data from all the various apps already on your phone that are taking your data already. That is one of the most important things to them. It is your commercial location data, and they need new fresh data all the time. Because remember, that cookie monster with big teeth and a ravenous appetite, and it wants to continue eating up all that data, because that's how they track everything. So the app companies have made deals with the data brokers, to put the broker's code into those apps, so that they can collect the data that that broker can sell. And it's not a matter of how much the companies want, because they want it all. They will buy every last bit of data and still be hungry for more and more and more and more and more. So, how do you think the Weather Channel app makes any money? It's not about the occasional ad that's in there, they're selling your data. They are taking it because it's geolocating you, well, your phone anyway. And how many people have a weather app on their phone? Probably all of them, right? So, if you don't want them to track you, you better throw away your phone. Are you going to do that? No, probably not, so you're stuck, but there might be a way to flip the script. So there has been a man in the data brokering industry for about 10 years, and 2 years ago we had a great idea. So this is what we are going to do. So, he takes all this data, does some algorithmic magic, turns around and sells it to the big data consumers. And he sees between 288 million and 400 million cell phone data records per day. And it's all based on various data points from the various app makers that have apps on your phone. He had an idea one day to create an app that went directly to the data producers, that's you and me. He figured out a way to monetize the whole system, and let us know exactly what's going on, and bring the awareness to everybody that they are currently not aware of. So let's look at the biggest companies as of today. Are they the big steel makers now? No. Are they the big 3 automakers? No. No, that was so last century. Are they the airlines or the trains or the cruise lines? No, those are also last century technology. So who are the big companies now? Now, they are big tech. You know most of them, you search on them for stuff probably every day. You post stuff on them on the social media platforms every day. You might buy something online and have it delivered in 2 days. It's the big e-commerce players that sell things at auction or shipped from China, and those are the big tech players these days. They are the biggest companies now. And, they all run on data. Those are the biggest companies in the world. In fact, the biggest social media company that everybody knows about just posted a couple of weeks ago that they are now a $1 trillion company. Can you imagine and wrap your head around how big that is? $1 trillion is 1,000 billion. And $1 billion is 1,000 million. Just try to imagine that for a while. In fact, you can go on the search engines and look for images of how much 1 million is, how much 1 billion is, and how big is 1 trillion. I bet you'll be shocked to see the size from $100 bills stacked up for $1 million that fits in a brown paper bag, compared to a pallet for billions and football fields of pallets stacked too high for $1 trillion. And the big search company is not far behind to become $1 trillion company themselves. So if you don't think data is valuable, you better rethink it quick and get with the program. So the man behind this new app company, who has been selling data for 10 years and owns his own data sales company for the last 7 years, decided about 2 years ago to create this app where they paid you directly for your data. Your data is very valuable, and it is being taken from you because you gave them permission to take it. You might not know it because when you bought the phone, you had agreed to the terms of service, or terms of agreement. And did you read all those 496 pages of legalese? No, nobody reads all that stuff. If you want to use the phone, you have to agree to it, so you just tick the box, and if you want to use the apps, you have to tick the box of their terms of service too. Because if you don't get to use the phone or the app. So why bother reading all that? You have to agree or you don't get to take the phone home and you don't get to use the apps, it's just that simple. And nobody reads it. But buried deep inside in chapter 52, paragraph 9, line 14, subsection D17, it says clearly in legalese, that they have the right to take your data. But you didn't know that, did you? So while you're out there walking around they just take it. Why would you know what it's worth? Nobody tells you, it's not in their best interest to tell you. Well, we're going to turn that around and tell you. Because it's not just worth pennies, it's worth a lot. You are worth hundreds to thousands of dollars per month when you consider all the various different apps are all doing it to you. And, they're all selling it, and it's all yours in the first place. You created it, they take it and sell it and don't tell you about it. It's not robbing you, it's just that you weren't aware of it and you didn't know how valuable you actually are. And all of us collectively are worth buku bucks. So the CEO said, let me create this app, and I'll make sure it only collects the GPS data anonymously, and we will be upfront about it, and tell people what we're doing. And think about it, it took him 2 years to create this app that only takes GPS data. If he wanted to take your name, your email, your phone number, your address, what you buy, what you like, where you shop, and all that other stuff, he would have had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars more to create an app that collected all that information. But he doesn't have a market to sell all that data. For 7 years he's been only selling GPS location data. So why in the world would he waste all that money on programming for something he doesn't have a market to sell to? It doesn't make sense, and the big tech companies can get all that from searching on the internet in a matter of minutes anyway, so they don't need us for that. We only take your GPS data anonymously, and that is what is sold, and that's how we make money, and that's how you are going to make money too now. And you will be able to turn it on and turn it off. You will have full control. If you don't want to be seen for a day or two, you are in control. But, you can't go too long because the data we're selling is based on 30 days of data. So you really just want to leave it on all the time. It's not intrusive, it doesn't take up much battery power or bandwidth, it's a very simple little thing. And all this for a totally free app. Now, we will pay you between $5 and $25 per month, just for your anonymous GPS data. Then above and beyond that, if you invite a friend we will pay you $1 per person per month, who has this free app on their phone too. So we are entirely flipping the script on regular business. Most places you go to, whether it's the grocery store, or a plumber, or a lawyer, or a hair salon, or anywhere you put stuff in your cart, give money to the cashier and you get to take the stuff home with you. Or you pay the massage therapist to work out your kinks, or you pay the lawyer to defend you, or you pay the plumber to fix your pipes. They do the service, you give them money. That's typical in all businesses worldwide. We are going to do something the exact opposite. We are going to give you the app for free, and then we are going to pay you for having the free app on your phone. The money is going in the opposite direction than normal, and then we're going to pay you more money for referring your friends. This is not free money. The money is coming from selling your anonymous GPS data to the big tech companies that can't make a decision without it. And again, they are voracious users of data and they always want more, and they want it fresh every day. This app is going to go viral. If you want to make a little extra money, it's like finding a $25 bill on the ground every month, then get the free app. If you don't want to make a little extra money, then forget about it. You don't need the app, keep it out of your phone. But most people do want the extra little bit of money, and they want even more when they realize they can refer some people, and for everybody they refer they get $1 per person per month. And then it gets even better in the affiliate program from there. So, what do you have to do to get the money? Put the free app on your phone and turn it on. And then what? That's it. Really, that's it? Yes, that's it. And then you go about your business like you normally do. Take your phone with you wherever you go like you normally do, and you get between $5 and $25 a month depending on where you go. And anybody from age 16 and up can have it, and anybody in the world anywhere they live can be an affiliate. In the beginning, since the company is based in Chicago, Illinois, we are going to open America first, and then eventually, within a few months we will open other countries. And hopefully within the first year be open worldwide. But somebody could be an affiliate in Russia or Japan or China or Australia or Germany or Africa, it doesn't matter where, because all those people can share the app and market to the people in the United States of America and give them the app, and then they can earn income as an affiliate from anywhere on earth. The affiliate program costs $9.95 per month because we want the affiliates to get more out, by earning from the app than they're paying in, so it's really a no-lose situation. When you're getting paid between $5 and $25 per month, if it cost you $9.95 to be an affiliate, but you get 25, you're $15 ahead of the game simply by being in it. Now, you're not being paid from the $9.95 monthly fee. That's for accounting done for you. That's for websites being built for you. That's for continually upgrading the app. That's for marketing materials. That's for training. That's for multiple conference calls per week, multiple ongoing webinars, marketing training and customer support personnel, etc. That all costs money, and the company needs to cover those expenses along with having an office, electricity, business insurance, etc. And on and on and on. You are only being paid as an affiliate from the data being sold. That's where all the money comes from to pay the $5 to $25. And that's where the money comes from as well to pay you as an affiliate and the referrals from customers sharing the app. That's a standard fee for any of the affiliate companies have been involved with for many decades. Just to have the website and accounting done for you, those companies charge anywhere from $10 up to $100 per month, so at $9.95 that's a bargain. So what does the affiliate get? Besides everything mentioned above, they get everything the free app user gets plus one additional tier of earnings potential. So instead of just being paid on the people you personally refer, you get the second generation of people that the first generation enrolls. And that's just a start. There's a little bit more to it when you achieve what they call a super affiliate status. You then earn a 50% matching bonus of whatever your level 1 and level 2 affiliates earn. So break out the calculator and start crunching some numbers yourself to see what's possible. To become a super affiliate, you need to enroll 10 other affiliates yourself. As soon as you do that, and there is no time limit, will determine when you become that rank and earn that money. Then, once you become a part of our team, we are going to teach you how to market and how to get to the big social influencers. Those are people on YouTube and Pinterest and Instagram and LinkedIn and TikTok and all these other social media platforms that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people who follow them and their every recommendation. And we will show you how to contact them and how to enroll them and how to get them to work with you. This is going to go viral, and kids in high school, 16 years of age or older, are going to be doing this, and sharing with all their friends to get the $5 to $25 per month. Young adults in junior college and universities are going to do this for a little extra beer and pizza money. And they know how to get all their friends involved and how to surf the internet and where to post all over the internet too. So you will get all the different colleges involved all over the world, and this thing is going to become huge and be so big that you really want to get involved now. Because of course you would agree, almost found money is a concept that a lot of people have never heard before, and once they learn about it they're going to want to do it, and do it as big as possible, and it's going to build like crazy. Businesses will use this as a promotion. Let's say you get your haircut at the same place every month, and they're going to run a sale. When you come in for a haircut today, we're going to show you and introduce you to an app that'll pay you between $5 and $25 a month that you get completely for free. This will drive more people into that barbershop or hair salon, and the owner of those businesses will earn $1 per person per month from every customer who takes the free app. And then those people can now get their haircut for free every month, or maybe half off, and have the other part paid from the money they get from the app. The possibilities are endless. And what about the car wash, where the owner sees customers on a regular basis and tells them he will give them this app that will give them between $5 and $25 a month just for being a good customer. And they tell other people that they can get this app too, and you can get paid $1 per person per month. This can add up very fast, especially when there are hundreds of thousands of businesses that can use this as a promotion and drive more business. This is so easy that everybody can do it. Many people can use this as a side gig. Many people need a little extra cash these days, right? But if you have the time and the energy and the connections, you can make this go huge, and instead of being a side gig, it might just turn into be your main gig, who knows? Either get back to the person who introduced you to this app or see the link in the description box. We look forward to helping you achieve whatever your goals might be.